the passion.
I just wanna make you proud like Penny, yeah. Cause you held me down when I ain't have a penny, yeah. I'm talking red carpets, yeah. At the Oscars, we can be, yeah, a proud family, yeah. I just wanna make you proud like Penny.
All right. Okay. So, hey YouTube, it's me, OG Penny Proud.
And Swank.
Alright, well this is our first video together, so this is kind of cool. We've been talking about doing videos forever.
And we finally made it. We finally did it. We're excited.
Yeah. So, we just had a very interesting encounter, which inspired this video, of course. So, we wanted to kind of tell you guys what happened, because it's worth being told to someone else, because it was just a lot. So, let me tell the story?
Go ahead.
Okay. So basically, Courtney, well, Swank here, I'm sorry. She has a she had a dermal piercing. So we went to a tattoo shop kind of near where I live. We live in Georgia. Whatever. We live in Georgia, so we went to a tattoo shop to get her dermal removed. And first of all, pulling up to the tattoo shop, it was kind of like in a random location. So we kind of were like lost for a second, and then we found it.
Right across the street.
Yes, it was not even where the GPS told us that it was. So we get there. And we walk in, and off the bat, like, the place is really dope looking. It's like art literally on every wall, on the ceilings, like everywhere. Nice. And it was very neat. So, I mean, that was impressive walking in there and seeing that. And then, the next encounter was with, I guess, the tattoo shop owner or, manager, at least somebody of importance that works there.
We'll do more research to figure out if he's the owner or just a tattoo artist.
Yes, or just somebody. But yeah, so we assume that he's somebody important because he's the person that greeted us, and and he actually did the procedure and everything. So we meet him, and from the beginning, it was kind of an awkward experience because if you don't know already, I have a marble tattoo that you can't see. So I'm holding my arm weird. The first thing he asked was, "Have you seen the whole series?" So as an actual Marvel fan that has seen all of the Marvel movies, I've read comic books, I've watched the X-Men and different cartoons as a kid. I don't know what that question means.
I don't either. So we just looked at each other. Like,
have you finished the series? What
series?
Are we talking about the cartoons? Are we talking about the comics? Are we talking about the movies? You have to be specific. So we're already like, yeah, sure. And then we kind of left it at that. And then he's like, okay, cool. So he looks at her face, and decides, okay, so I have to do something. I'll be right back. So we're like, okay, cool. So we're still standing there like, 10 minutes passing. We're just like looking at him at this point. Like he's having full conversations. He's
just moving stuff back and forth. That's it.
Picking stuff up, putting it down. We're like, okay, so did he forget that we're here?
That's the stuff he had to do, friend.
Yes, he had stuff to do apparently. So we were kind of just like, okay. And then he finally comes and gets us. So he's like, okay, y'all ready? And my friend Courtney here, it's weird calling you Swank.
That's okay.
My friend here, she's like an observer. So, you go somewhere, you kind of want to, assess your surroundings, see what's, it's a lot. And going to the tattoo shop that has a lot of art, it's a lot to look at.
It was real busy in there. Like, it's stuff everywhere, like, just wall to wall. And it was nice. It was organized, all that.
But it's still stuff to take in.
Right.
So he I guess he kind of noticed her kind of, not even really being apprehensive, but just observing. So he automatically says, like, well, you good? What's wrong? And she's like, I'm good. I'm just looking around, just taking it all in. He's like, and at this point, he kind of like propped himself up on the little banister, like he was ready to, okay,
like
let me settle
in the middle of, where we supposed to be going to the little back room to get my dermal taken out.
He said, let me settle in. We about to talk. And we're over here like,
we don't want to talk. We just want to get this done. Let's go.
So he props up and he goes, okay, so what are you taking in? And she's like, just stuff, just seeing, just. And he's like, what are you feeling? And she's like, nothing. And I had to chime in because my friend, she's a little quiet sometimes. So I'm like, she's good. She's just looking around. She's just, she thinks a lot. She's in her head. She's thinking. And he's like, and I shouldn't have did that because that like was like open up a can of worms. She was like, oh, she's thinking. So. What are you thinking? What's on your mind? And she's like, I'm just, looking at things. Some things aren't necessarily my style. And I'm like, some things aren't necessarily my style. And he's like, oh, so what don't you like about in here? What's not your style? And then it's like, oh my God, like
let's go.
There's nothing that we can say that will be okay for him. Like he analyzes everything. So she's like, just like for example, it was like a picture of like the old school like biker tattoos that are like the heart with the mom band, the banner that says I love mom or stuff like that. Banner. Yeah. So she was like, for example, something like that, you know, I like it, but it's not my style per se. Like, I don't connect with it. And he's like, he went off on a whole tangent about how artists can't draw that. So we're, at the end of the day, if you know anything about me and Courtney, we're both artists. I have a business that is centered around my art called OG Penny Proud, and Courtney does art in her spare time. So we're artists. And so he's like, so I'm pretty sure you can't draw that. And me, I am the smart aleck of the group, or the smart ass, as you would say. So I'm like, I'm pretty sure I can draw that. Not even pretty sure, I'm 100% sure I can draw that. Because I've never done tattoos, but I have drawn tattoos for people before, because it's literally just drawing. I mean, yeah, it's literally just drawing. So he's like, yeah, I don't think you can draw that. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I can.
OG, you turned into the little engine that could.
I was like, I'm very, very sure I can. Like, there's nothing.
She was trying this man.
I was TTG. There's nothing, like, at the end of the day, as an artist, like, I mean, there's very few things that I can't draw, or at least at the end of the day, even if I can't draw, I'm gonna at least try it. And the things that he was talking about, I'm 100% sure, 120% sure I can draw it, because it's literally a heart and I love mom, or a hummingbird and I love mom. But I guess what he was trying to say as far as like the style, so he was getting very technical as far as the color of the paper, the shading and the thickness of the lines, and it's like, come on.
This is the simplicity.
Yes,
of the
it's
drawing.
Too simple, so there's no way you could draw it. Like, it was a lot.
It's too simple, but it's difficult to draw. Yeah,
which at the end of the day, I get. There's some parts of art that I cannot touch. Get it. But I am an adventurer. I will try anything. So we had that encounter, and then we go into me asking, because I just like to ask questions. And I asked the man, does he do apprenticeships? Because one of my interests, I do eventually want to learn how to do tattoos. Not saying I want to get a shop, not saying that I want, no, none of that. I just want to know how to do them. What if I just want to touch up my arm? Whatever. Just want to know how to do them. So I asked him if he does apprenticeships. And he goes into this long other spiel about how he doesn't do apprenticeships. And then he asked me, why do I want a tattoo? So I won't even get to my reason. I'll get to that after. So I'll just tell, the straight up story. So he asked me why I want to apprentice, and I was like, I just want to learn how to tattoo. Like, I like art, or not that I like art, I love art. This is, what I do. And I feel like a tattooing is an extension of that. So he goes in, like, it seemed like I like lit a fire up under him, and he was like, no.
Wait a minute.
No. That's a terrible reason for wanting to learn how to tattoo, and blah, blah, blah. And I've burnt down people's shops that weren't passionate about tattoos.
Broken people's
hands. Broken windows. And then he goes on to try to make it the equivalent of me being black. So I'm not even going to get into it. But yes, he goes into it and says the way he feels about tattooing is the equivalent of how I would feel about, being prideful of being black. Now, if you see my shirt, being black is obviously something I'm very passionate about. So, yeah. But yeah, so he goes into that saying that it's, it's the equivalent of me being passionate about being black. But it's like, is it really? But yeah, so he went into all of that. And then my friend Courtney's here like, you're talking about breaking fingers and burning down shops. And
wait a minute now. You
out
of my face. This is my face.
And you burned down shops. So do you really want to tell, me that as a customer laying on this nice little massage bed? Like, that, is that what you want to say? So then he goes into that and then talk about the arson. And I'm like, well, you do realize that that burning down shops is committing arson, right? You can go to jail for that. And he's like, oh, I'm ready to go to jail. He went into this whole spiel about like other things. And that's pretty much it. But long story short, we had to get up out of there. So it was like,
we didn't even ask about nothing else. We were talking about getting other piercings, but we didn't even ask about that. We just left because that's just too much.
I asked the man if he could finish my tattoo before we even got into all this. And at this point, all that was, we wanted.
You can leave that little piece of arm naked.
Listen, we wanted to know about tattoo. I mean, like, it's a piercing that helps with migraines because I get migraines. So we wanted to know about that. We wanted to know about, I wanted to know about the price of my tattoo. At this point, I don't want to apprentice. I don't want the piercing. I don't want Nathan.
Take it all, Jesus.
Nathan. So that's basically the story in a nutshell. And he did her dermal. I mean, he took her dermal out, and we were kind of just like, anything he said after that, it was like, oh.
One ear out the other.
Okay.
That's it.
Like, I was like, oh,
that's it.
Makes sense. Like, I was just done with trying to, because I'm a debater, but I was just done. So we wanted to give our reaction to that. And if you guys feel that we were crazy about this story, or, you know, we're not understanding, or you have opinions about it, make sure you comment and let us know. But basically,
if something has happened to you like this,
yes,
please leave it in the comments below.
Yes. So this video is basically saying, like, at the end of the day, like, as artists, I know me and Courtney, we definitely have a passion for the art. I've been doing art since before I can remember, like, since I can write. So this is something I'm 27 years old now. So that's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I'm passionate about what I do. Like I said, I literally have a business, 2 businesses surrounded around my art. One is a clothing brand, and the other one is just my art. And you know, we meet a lot of people in life that'll tell you, you know, what you shouldn't do. Like, in this instance, the man was trying to convince me that, you know, I shouldn't want to learn how to tattoo because it's oversaturated, or because I guess my reasoning wasn't acceptable for him. At the end of the day, you know, you don't let somebody tell you what you can and cannot do. Like, I don't believe in that. I was telling him, I'm the type of person that I want to try everything. So even if I did take up tattooing and decided that that wasn't my passion, at least I can say that I tried it.
Right.
At least I can say that that's something that I learned. That's a path that I at least went down.
Oh, we forgot about he tried to hug me.
Oh, girl and guy.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody. You know how,
man,
like, you gauge people and can tell that somebody's uncomfortable. He don't have that.
What did he say? Because I forgot what he said.
Well, in the beginning, it was like when he asked, you know, what she was thinking, or was she nervous?
Yeah, he asked me, was I nervous? Did I need a hug? I said no. And he still put his arm out to hug. Stay out my bubble, sir.
And this man about 4'11".
I said no. He still tried to hug me, and I'm got the arm out there. Hi. Don't walk up on me and just try to hug me. I don't like that.
And he forced that hug in, and then she turns to me as the awkward friend, and I'm like, no. And then she's like, you want a hug? I'm good. Because my husband will be TTG. No, we're good. We're down. He's down the street. I don't need to call. Like, we're good.
Boundaries. Stay out my bubble.
And I'm the type of person, I don't like being touched, especially when it's not warranted.
I don't like being touched.
Like, don't touch me. I used to go through that in like high school, so people wanted, I don't like that. Don't touch me. I even have my moments with my husband. I'm like, baby, get off.
That's me too.
Don't like it.
Touch.
It's hot. But yeah, like, he was just a lot. And like I said, you don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. You know, at the end of the day, if you have a dream, a passion, even if it's not a passion and it's just something you're interested in, there's nothing wrong with wanting to pursue that. But it's like a thing. People, you have no right to tell somebody that they shouldn't pursue something because they're not passionate about it in the way that you are.
Right.
You know, people develop their own feelings about things. And like, that's just not right. And, you know, I don't even know. Oh, and I would say my last little piece, and I'll let Courtney talk. But the one thing that, the sure way to piss me off, I am, like, Courtney knows, and anybody that knows me knows, I am pro people, but I'm definitely pro my people as well. Like, I love black people. I'm black. Period. But I definitely love everybody. But my thing is, don't compare things that have nothing to do with being black. This man literally tried to tell me that being black, or the way I feel about being black, is the equivalent of how he feel about being a tattoo artist. No. I was born black.
Why you didn't just say you was passionate?
And that's what I was trying, and I was trying to make excuses for him. So as he was talking, I was like, yeah, I get that you're passionate. I get that. I'm passionate about art. But am I passionate about art in the way that I am about being a black person? I'm a black woman first. And I'm an artist, yes. I'm a black artist, but I was born black. It's not a choice to love my skin. You know, I love who I am. You know, I wake up, I see a black man next to me. You know, I grew up with a black mother, a black father, black sisters, black cousins, uncles. I mean, I've had, of course, in most black families, we have, you know, mixed race people. And yeah, I have other people in my family that are not necessarily 100% black. But at the end of the day, black is what I am. That's what I identify with. That's what I love, period. So to try and compare your passion for tattooing to my passion for being black, he didn't say, you know, it's comparable to his passion for being Hispanic. He said, I think it was also a kind of a jab because I had on this shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell my husband all the time, and I literally said this morning at Chick-fil-A, I feel like people feel type of way sometimes.
He said it was offensive for you to say that about being an artist.
Yeah. Yes. That it was very offensive to him. So I guess that was probably his way of trying to offend me in a way.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, since you said it.
Yeah, because I forgot that he said it's offensive. So yeah, he said it's offensive that I refer to tattooing as an art. Which, like I said, I'm very open. So if anybody in the comments, you know, are into tattooing or whatever, and you feel let me know if I'm wrong about referring to it as an art. Because I mean, as an artist, and I look at a picture and draw, I'm sure tattooing is much more technical. I do get that. Art is definitely, you know, left up to interpretation.
I think it's a personal preference when it comes to labels because, you know, only you can define that label. Nobody else can.
I agree. And I do feel like with tattooing, you do have to be spot on with tattooing.
Right.
With art, you don't have to be spot on. You can kind of be,
you know, okay, I messed up. You know, let me draw
but that's
this
my
and make
take
it something
on
else.
It. Yeah. But when it comes to tattooing, I do know, I get it has, like, if you're doing a likeness of Denzel Washington, you know, you don't want to look at it and say, you know, that ain't really Denzel. And you be like, it's fine. For art, I can do that. You can say, okay, that's my little quirky take on Denzel. But for a tattoo, it has to be
precise,
100% Denzel. So I get that. But then he also got technical in it and saying, you know, he's not a tattoo artist, he's a tattooer. Now, my mind says, you know, tattooer sounds a little childish compared to tattoo artist. Sounds very...
Like when little kids say, oh, I want to be a trash man. I want to be a tattooer. Yeah. That's what it sounds like. It sounds
a little kiddie. So, I mean, if we're wrong, let us know. But I definitely feel like tattoo artist sounds way more technical and professional, and like I do this, like, you know. So like that's it for my spiel. But that was a lot, and we needed to get this out. What you
glad
feel?
You got this off your chest, friend. Basically, you done touched up on everything. You done said everything, you know, because we had this talk before we got on camera.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't really just have a whole lot to say, because I didn't, you know, just listening to her, you know, and I put my little 2 cents
and
in.
I'm obviously the talkative one.
Today.
Because I'm very, like, and he talks about his passion. I'm very passionate about things that I'm passionate about. So I get it. And stuff like this makes me passionate. Like,
right.
You know,
it make me drive harder. Like,
yeah.
Okay, well, he don't know what he's talking about. Let me keep doing what I'm doing to show him, in a sense.
Especially as somebody that's I'm definitely a doer. And to tell me that I can't do it, that
made me want to do it.
That's like you awoken the monster. So I'm going to try to do it.
Woke up the dragon.
Yeah, like to tell me I can't draw a hummingbird and I love mom. Like, come on. That's just, don't let anybody tell you what you can't do. Like, that's like the whole premise of this video. Do not let somebody try and discourage you or talk you out of what you like, what you feel about, what your passion is, what your style, what your preference, whatever.
That's you.
Yes, you be you. This man said that he was tattooing for 17 years. And obviously in that 17 years, you found something that you liked. And if you didn't like it, then at any point you could have walked away from it. Yes.
You got time to move on with your life and do something else. Like, if that's no longer your passion, because at one point in time, that he might have like absolutely loved tattooing.
And he stayed.
Then he lost it. Or he just said, you know what, I want something different. He could have moved and changed, saved up his money to, you know, start a business in something else. You don't have to be a tattoo artist for the rest of your life.
Or anything.
You don't have to even be an artist for the rest of your life. You can change the avenue.
And the thing is with tattoo artists, they're so talented. Tattoo artists I know a lot of tattoo artists have a style as far as, you know, they like to tattoo this particular style, whatever, but I'm sure they're well versed in all different styles. So at the end of the day, tattoo artists, they can draw, a lot of them can draw your idea right there, you know, freehand, or I've seen some that, you know, will get the paper offline and trace, whatever it is, they bring your ideas to life. They're very talented. So if tattooing is not your thing and you tired of that, move into just being an artist. You know, put that love for art into a different place. You know, being an artist is such a wide world. It's not just sketchbook artists, it's not just tattoo artists, it's not just animators, it's not just painters. It's so much you can do with art. You can literally be a person that just does murals. You can be a person that, you know, I don't know, like I said, just does murals, just draw the cartoon character, do comic strips. You can be a animation,
all that.
People that do t-shirt designs, like you can literally do anything. You can be a person that just like okay, for example, like we get t-shirts from different companies. You can be a person that just, you know, gets the designs people sent in and just edit those designs, and that's your job.
Or, you know, if someone sends you like a little doodle or something like that, you can bring it to life.
Yes.
Or touch it up or something like
There's
that.
There's so many things you can do. So like that's another word. You don't have to stay in, you know, what you hate. Like, I don't even know what else to say. That was our encounter. That was our night. And we just needed to share that in some way and maybe flip that into like some type of inspiration for somebody else. Because if that didn't do anything, it definitely inspired me. And I know it inspired Courtney. That we really have to kick it up, you know.
Like, he don't know what he's talking
about.
So
and
he has to be taught.
Yes.
And it seems like since he's not a listener, we have to show him.
Yes. Yes, some people you can't tell them, you have to show them. Look, if that means us going back into that tattoo shop and, hey, look what we drew. But even with that type of person, you know, there's certain
he's
things
gonna find something wrong.
Yeah. Oh no, I still see what's wrong.
But he'll see our name. Yeah. He gonna see our name somewhere. He gonna see
y'all know we gonna blow up, right? So I'm saying that right now on YouTube. So or whatever this gonna be on.
Mark this day.
We gonna blow up. OG Penny Proud, also known as Naomi, and
Swank, also known as Courtney.
Y'all will know these names.
Right, we're gonna be in interviews just everywhere.
Yeah, and he's gonna see these interviews, and we're gonna refer back to this video right here. And he's gonna be dumbfounded, don't know what to say, because your girl's we're gonna be big, okay?
And all he's gonna be able to do is say, I took her dermal out. Okay, yeah. And what? You
and I got on their nerves. Well, y'all, just be encouraged. Like, that, I don't want to go into another spiel, but just, you know, keep going and just do what makes you happy. It doesn't have to
nobody and nothing stop you.
Yes. What you like or what you passionate about don't have to make sense to nobody else. As long as it makes sense to you. If it makes you happy, do it. Period. Not like the city girls, period.
Lord, like, friend, you ain't gotta even define
it. Look, we'll go there. Just, you know, I ain't do you ain't do that.
Don't do that.
But literally, seriously, like, just do what makes you happy. And that's it, you know.
Like, subscribe, share, yes. All that, comment, tell us how you feel, everything.
And we will put all of our social media in the stuff. We will put all our social media below so that y'all can follow us on social media. And make sure you follow her channel as well as mine, or subscribe to both channels and all that. And we will see y'all on the next video, because there will be more videos of us together. And y'all let us know how y'all feel about us together, because we're both, like, you know, figuring out our personalities and stuff. And we hope we'll bring more stuff to y'all.
All
right. And that was like a whole, oh Jesus, but
take that
glasses off. And we can, you know, this,
and it shakes.
We can edit all this out and then do our bloopers at the end if we want to also.
Mimo mama. La 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 la. Okay.